Onye nna ya bụ enyi ga-abụ enyi. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith. Where we encourage us to live our lives and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth because it is our life. And personally, I encourage you to enjoy your life wherever you are. Enjoy it because it's your life. Don't be swayed or don't be carried away by what people are saying or trying to discourage you from um, you know being or doing what you're supposed to do. Remember, there's no miracle of God anywhere. Anything miracle is a lie. There's no God who can work or who is working miracle for anyone anywhere. Nowhere. So it is people who are making things happen. So be among those people. Be responsible for your actions. There is no God that is blessing you, and there's no devil that is cursing you. And I want you to know this. It doesn't matter what people claim to be in life. We end up in the same place we came from. You know where you came from. So when somebody tell you, oh, what you are doing, you're gonna be born in eternity. Where will you spend your eternity? Ask that person, where was I before I was conceived and born by my parents? It's that simple. You're going back where it's like when you go to market. You're going back to the house you came from. The market is not your house. Okay. So when you know this, there are messages of God will do this or devil will do that, will no longer move you. And that's one of the things I try to do because they raise us to be living in fear of God, fear of the unknown. So you see people struggling in life. That's why you see us going to for consultation. Okay, what will be my life? This thing I'm doing, will it go? Will it work? But I've been telling us that whatever solution you're looking for, your common sense will give it to you. Your common sense will give you the solution you need in life. But it's the belief system, spirituality and religion, they have misguided us, miseducated us. Everything they taught us, they are all lies. So that's why you still see us confused. And that's why somebody like me, because you're gonna prepare for your next life. I said, I will never be born in any spiritual family or religious family again. Any believing family that believe in God or spring being, I will never be born in such family again. Because that's how they made us extend our slavery condition instead of us changing it. You see our people fighting to keep it there. Because the more you believe in God, the more you believe in Jesus, the more you are extending our slavery condition. Somebody tell me, we can be friends, but I don't want to bring it in. I say, so I was thinking, how can we be friends? And I know that you are giving glory or praise in case I help you to some God because you must go to church or you must pray. So it's like I'm deliberately wasting whatever help I'm rendering to you. It's a waste. It's a waste because another thing they used to hold many of you is this issue of humanity. Give. Those things are part of the garbage religion brought to us. That is why you have a family. That's why you have kinsmen. But they destroy that structure and make everybody now run, hater, scatter, scatter everywhere. Oh, if your family is no longer by blood, it's by whoever help you in need. No. Who give birth to you? They are responsible in raising you. They're supposed to meet all your needs. And those of you that are not married yet and you want to marry and start having children, what will your children inherit from you? What will your children inherit from you? You want to give birth to children that will go serving other people. Some of them will survive, some will not survive. And they think that is how life is. Some of us have concluded, oh, we have been in this condition for so long, it will never change. No, it will change. There was a time it was not there. And that was millions of years before they brought it recently. It's not even up to 1,000 years yet. And you see our people telling, yeah, I was telling somebody also, he said, Africans have, abandoned their own thing and they don't even care to get to know it or get it back. I said, don't worry, that's why we are waking up. They took it from us or they destroy it through bloodshed. It's through bloodshed we will get it back also. It's not speech, At least our ancestors have been telling us that your slave master will never train you to be like him or to be better like him or to be free. Your slave master will never educate you or train you to be free. So that's why all the institutions they establish for us, that's the race they set before us to be running, all of them are making our slavery condition to be perpetual. So that's why you see some people with faint-hearted, according to them, you see them giving up. Some of them will say, oh, our people that are deep into this, they will never wake up. I try, they bash me, they curse me, they do this, they don't want to patronize me anymore. But that's why you have two legs. You can migrate, you can go somewhere else. Don't let anyone pin you down with their opinion. Remember, there is reason why you wake up. It's because you are special. It's time you begin to live free again, live happily again. Free yourself and live your life well. So I'm sharing with us what I titled Kidnappers and Their Victims. The kidnappers and the kidnapped. When I see things happening in the world, I don't judge it the way most people judge it. The way I judge it as a woke person, somebody that is no longer spiritual or religious, somebody that is not desiring to believe, but somebody that need to know. So anything that is happening, I always try to bring people's attention to why it should not be so. If we believe it's like that, why it should not be so. For example, somebody said that Mazen Nandekanu said that they refuse him to speak to access to his doctor. And all that, I said, okay, where is his Chukwu Gabiama, Elohim, Polimiyenile? Where is that God? Where is that God? I'm not talking about Nigerian government or whatever anybody is saying or doing against or for Mazen Nandekanu. No, that God, he used to spend his time to pray to and praise before his speech or whatever he's doing. Where is that God? Where now is that God? Now they hold him. Is this his last year? They have been holding this guy. And this God have not shown up. It is people, protesting. It is people going to court and all that. God have not showed up. Yet, these people believe there is God. Let's say tomorrow they release him. You will see them saying it is God, that God that made it happen. He's suffering. He's sick. A human being deny him access to his doctor. And that God, himself and his family or his followers believe exists, has not done anything since they hold this guy, my brother. God, Elohim, God, Chukwukabiama, God or whatever God him and his followers believe in never show up. Yet these people will turn blind eyes to it and still saying bullshit about other things. It's supposed to be that God first, and that's why if you want to rise up, you have to put God aside. Check all the African revolutionaries. All of them have been believing in God, and none of them have succeeded. Because God is at the root of our problem. Marcus Garvey, all of them, even before him and after him till today, they believe in God. And that's why when they gather, when God is there, don't you know that God brings confusion and division? Anywhere God is, there must be what? Confusion and division. It's a must. It's not maybe, let me, and that's why you see theists. They keep trying and error. Okay, oh, it didn't work. Let me do it now. It will work for me. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't keep doing the same thing they did and expecting different results. And that's why you should know that the people you are dealing with are smart too. They think, they know. They borrow it from the people that enslave us and put them in power. That's where they borrow it. Whatever any politician is doing in Nigeria or in Africa, they are learning it from our slave masters. They are their students. They are their puppets. They are representing our slave masters. So do you think they will support you to destroy or to create another system? No. The woke nation don't want to create another system. No, we want to destroy the existing system and reset it. That's go back to our natural order. That's only way. And we will do it with whatever I take, weapons, and it's no. They didn't show us mercy. We will not show them mercy. Kidnappers and the kidnapped and their victims, they have one thing in common. The same one God make all of them as they believe. God is the maker of them all. The kidnappers and their victims, all of them, they have one maker. Some call that God Chukwukabiama. Some call it Chineke. Some call it Elohim. Some call it Allah. Some call it Jehovah. Some call it Yahweh. Some call it Oledumare. So they have names they call those gods or that God. And yet they are the one doing this evil. Apply what I'm saying now to anywhere you see battle happening. In Ukraine and Russia, the Putin and the people he's firing, all of them believe in God. They are Christians. They are Christians. So where is the God? You claim that this God exists, and because of that God, you are insulting somebody like me or people like me that are telling you this God does not exist. Africans, if you still believe in God of Israel, just try to ask, how did this Bible come into existence? You call it the word of God, you hold it, you still suffering. You say you abandon your ancestral stuff in your family or in your kinsmen. Many people were dying mysteriously. That's why you abandon it. Now you call prayer warriors, they destroy something in your family, and now you are a born-again Christian, or you are a Christian, or you are not a churchgoer. Okay, look at your family now. What has happened? You can't even go to your family. You can't even go to your village unless you are poor. You say you will have some money, you have a car, and you say you want to go your village now in Africa. You are afraid. You are living in fear. Kidnappers may come, unknown gunmen may come. Ebubago will come. They have many names. Fulani herdsmen. They may lay you in the way, they will kill you. They may kidnap you in the way, they kill you. You are living in the fear. Your life is worse than that of your ancestors. And it is a stupid thing for you to believe that your ancestors did those things to work against you. No, they didn't. They did whatever they did to help you. But because you are stupid, you don't care to find out what they did for you to make it continue working. I told you, even if you buy a new car, if you stop maintaining it and your children inherit that car will be giving them problem. Your children are supposed to be maintaining that car as they're supposed to. That's the same thing with African stuff. The stuff you call demonic, the stuff you call devilish. I don't blame you because you are not the first one to do that. Your slave masters are the one that force you to embrace that as fact. It's not a fact of life. Your ancestors, just like you will never do or say anything against your children unless poor people do that. They curse their children. I curse the day I have you. You see, I born you. You are not making me proud because they have their children as bargain chips. The way to make money. Think about it. You say you abandon your ancestral thing. Now you are born again. You are living in America, but you cannot go to your village. You're making money in America. You're making money in Europe. You're making money in Asia. Go to your village. Let's see now. But that time you say people are dying. You used to go to your village. People will know you are coming. You come. You use your leg, walk everywhere. You are not afraid of being kidnapped. But today you sneak in to your village, and you sneak out in the morning. Also, they don't know you have come and gone, or they just saw you drive away. Oh, how are you people? How not I go home? I have come home. Oh, they don't know you are leaving. They don't know. Yeah. Think about it. They have one thing in common. This God made them. This careless God. I like the way Job said that in Job chapter 9, verse 23. Remember, it's a fictional character. He said that the innocent suffer and die suddenly, sudden death. He said God sit back and laugh. And that's exactly what it is. You dedicate yourself, your time to serve this God, worship this God, praise this God, steal your glory and give it to God, steal other people's glory and give it to God. Yet this God watch you suffering, even watch you dying. Already, some of them that claim that this year they will not bury anyone, they're already saying R.I.P. My uncle just died, my cousin just died, my friend just died, this one just died. Yet you won't think this God that made this thing happening or allow it. He said that nothing happens without his permission. He permitted kidnappers to kidnap you. If you don't pay ransom, they kill you. And some of them, you've already seen, oh, you will cascade or whatever. After they release it, they still kill you after collecting the ransom. God is watching. They always tell you that. You want to have sex, God is watching. You want to have natural, God is watching. Watching to do what? It's just like when you are watching television. You are watching people being killed in television. There's nothing you can do. You are watching television. That's exactly the same way your God is watching. You that believe God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. You're watching us from a distance. Same way you're watching on TV. Like, come on, why do you let this thing happen? You cannot do anything. You are sitting in your house, it's happening in the television. That's how your God is. Your God cannot lift a finger to help you. Same way you are watching the television. That God does nothing without helping hand. He can never do anything. You go even to the extent of giving your money to them. Why can't you think, if this God they preach to you exists, the God that can change your life, why do they need your money? Why can't God give them money? Why can't God take care of them? In fact, make that they won't feel hunger like you. But if they still feel hunger like you and need shelter like you, why are you believing they are from any God? If they're still living like you, suffering like you, why are you believing them? You hear some people tell you, why you believe that native doctor that is living in a tattered house will make you a millionaire or billionaire? Why do you believe that? The question I'm asking you, are those kidnappers God's agents? According to the Bible, yes. God is the one. You are God. I'm talking to Taste. I'm not talking to Awakened Africans or Woke Nation. I'm talking to Taste, people that believe in God, God of the Bible, God of Quran, God of Torah, God of Israel, God of any God, God of our ancestors, whatever God it is you believe in. He's the one sending those kidnappers to kidnap you and your people. Isaiah 45 verse 7, he says, all the atrocities, he's the one doing it. Isaiah 54 verse 16, he says, the one that sent destroyer to destroy. So it is God that sent the kidnappers to kidnap. This God makes some people rich, makes some people poor. So the same way you make some people kidnappers and make some people their victims. And is watching from a distance without doing anything. That's why I say that kidnapping is another prosperous weapon formed against God's people who claims Isaiah 54:17. 54:17, not 54:16, as their portion. They tell you, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. You cannot go to your village. No weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. You put burglary proof all over your house, including your door. So if the criminals come through the door, you cannot escape. You are building prison as house, and you are bragging. Check every house that are building in Africa. All these houses that are building with cement and all that, they put burglary proof. They put it in the window, in the door. Very soon they will start putting it over the ceiling too. They put it, they wet it, put it so that they cannot come in. Yeah. Their God is the maker of them all, allowing them to suffer, allowing them to die. When they claim long life, when they claim divine protection, can never be possible. Their God sent them. Read Ezekiel verse 5, chapter 5, verse 17. You see what the God is here, he will send to kill you and your children. 16 and 17. God is the one sending those people you are calling agents of darkness. They are not agents of darkness, they are agents of God. You call them ministers of God. That's what you're supposed to be calling those criminals. When you go to prison, all those people they lock up there, they are ministers of God, they are agents of God. You are living in fears. When you say you have a God, I have a God, I fear no one, you are lying. And you are a liar. You're living in fear of being kidnapped. You're living in fear of living. Even the fear of living, you are living in fear of living. I don't know what will happen. I don't know. Okay, they say I should do this. Let me do it. Why can't you say, let me die? Suffer. I will not suffer. It's better I die than suffer it. Why should I be suffering? Somebody said to me, yeah, this is why I don't want to go to my village. I know if they kidnap me, they will torture me. I said, then die. Do something and run away. And that's what I'm calling our people to do. Now kidnapping has become a big business. You guys are supposed to be training yourself how to fight them. How can you know what's up? You're in your car, somebody come with gun. Say, come down. Because you are afraid. You come down, they kidnap you, tie you on. You see that local government chairman? He was kneeling there, stupid man. They tie his hand and they put him down and start slaughtering him like a Christmas goat. They have seen where the Fulani herdsmen, they gathered some young men in a village, all of them, they were following them like idiots. And they laid them and begin to cut their head one after the other. In America here, even at job, at work, they train you in case you are going to your car in the night. You hold your car key with the mouse sticking like this. Because if somebody coming from behind or somewhere against, he said, put it in their face, to their face. No show any mercy. You see some women carrying pepper spray. But Africa, what are they doing? Let us pray. God, we God. Jesus will do. And you are suffering. You are living in fear of sickness and disease. You are living in fear of death. You must die, whether you like it or not. It's a natural thing. And you will die all types of death. You will die all time. You will keep coming and dying, keep coming and dying. You see some people, you mock them. All those people you are wishing to die miserable death, you also will die miserable death. It's a natural thing. If your God is real, why are you living in fear? If you are serving the Almighty God, He played that music. Hey, God is this, my God is that. Almighty God, I will praise your name. Okay, but you are living in fear. You still say, okay, Heaven help those who help themselves. You are stupid. If you can help yourself, you don't need heaven to help you. If you can provide yourself for yourself, you don't need God to provide for you. Stop being stupid in the name of faith. Stop being stupid in the name of fear of God. It's time you wake up. I want you to know, if you are a worshiper of any God, you are a worshiper of Baal. You are a Baal worshiper. It doesn't matter what you name you. That's what they show you. You cry. You can cry all you want, like it happened in First Kings chapter 18, I think 26 to 29. The prophet, they cried, even begin to torture themselves. There was no answer. No one pay attention. The same thing happened. Your family has been praying. They have been going to one prayer house or the other. They have been going many places. Even some of them have become priests, but some of them have become pastors. Yet you guys are still suffering. What you call prosperity is because that one buy a car and build a house. Nonsense. You are still poor. It's time you wake up. They told you, fear not. That's a religious lie. You are living in fear. And that's what they try to encourage you with their prophecies, encourage you with their counseling and with their declarations. Oh, you don't know what God will answer you. God, if that God is real, nobody will tell you God will answer you. Because you know He will answer you. It's like telling me the sun will shine on me. You know, the sun to shine on me, I just step outside. The sun shines on me. But it's when you are ignorant, you think they are special. Okay, God send them, you have to give them. No, they are lying to you. Fear not is a religious lie to keep you hoping and loving in denial. Do you hear what I say now? They tell you, fear not. God will do this. God will save you. God will do that. You don't know God's time is the best. God will do blah, 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 blah. God is good, blah, 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 blah. To keep you in what? In denial as you hope and love. That's why they give you those things. They say faith, hope, and what? Love. And those things are chains to keep you down in denial. You keep denying the facts. I am suffering. Say it. I mean it. If you deny it, you won't be free. If you deny it, you will never be free from that bondage. And that is what is happening to us today. Where is your God? Whether it's God of Israel or God of your ancestors, God of whatever, where is that God in your time of need? What you return is to blame yourself or blame your neighbor. No, you. Where is that God supposed to come? If your neighbor or if yourself can stop that God from working, trust that God. You are greater than that God. And that's who you are. You are both God. You don't need any God. You don't need to worship any God. You don't need to believe in any God. You don't need to fear any God. You don't need to love any God. You don't need to have faith in any God. You don't have to hope in any God. Or if those things trees you, apply it to yourself. At least you can speak. No God can speak. How can you say God is a spirit, but you say he has a throne? How can you say God is a spirit, but he got right hand? How can you say God is a spirit and he has a head? Don't you see it's man that made God in his own image and likeness and use it to subjugate women? And it's a shame that most women even embrace religion and spirituality. These very things that put them below man. Women are not supposed to be below man. They're supposed to be together, one with one another. That's how they achieve great things. We're going to do it again, Africans. It is time for you to know that God cannot give you victory. God cannot give you the victory. God cannot give you freedom. God cannot give you food. God cannot give you money. God cannot give you anything. There is nothing that God can do. What God can do does not exist anywhere. It is time you deliver yourself. Train yourself. When somebody else is educating you or training you, you are a slave. If you are free, train yourself, educate yourself, live your life, and enjoy your life. This life is beautiful. And if they say no, you must suffer, choose death. I hear some people talking about Obanje, this one Obanje, when she give birth, the child will die. It's Obanje because the way they are choosing to think. You don't think because the fear of death blind your eyes. Okay, so a one-day child can come in, and if they don't treat that child well, he will die. So why are you trying to make them stay? Yeah, keep burning now. The same way, in my next life, if I come in any spiritual or religious family, I must die. I must not reach 1 year there. I must die. I don't want to stay. Let me be born again. But fear. Even the white people that gave you this nonsense you call religion, they have abandoned them. And those of you that are bragging as spirituality, African spirituality, what can you do with it in reality? Nothing. Trash it. Yes, trash it. It is time you begin to use your common sense. Do what works. Do what you can do. Even when they wake you up this month, this time you just wake up and you do it. That's what knowledge does. If you know how to fix a car, you don't go, please, can you come and help me to fix this car? You wake up and build it and fix it. Wake up, Africans. Our life is great and we must live it. There's no God, the maker, that made us. No, we all came from the earth and we are living in this earth, and that's where we return. We must make this earth a better place for us. Let us wake up. But let me close this with this. Remember that death is better than bondage. God